Welcome. Since it's Monday, let's get into the weekly forecast. First, I'll take a look at what we can expect using the Gypsy cards this week in general, work, relationships, and other situations. What do my cards show? Let's see. Oh, well, things look really good for work. Really good cards came up for work. Right now, I think that a lot of you are feeling pretty mixed right now because I think January has really started with today. And some people are in a place where maybe you're changing jobs or just started looking. And many of you might be feeling a bit down since not everyone's financial situation is looking too bright at the start or end of the month. But I think that if, for example, you're looking for a job right now, then this week you can find some really good opportunities. There's definitely an older man indicated who could influence your situation in a positive way. He might be your age or older. New opportunities, developing what you already have, moving forward, positive changes, more money. So I really think that this week is the time for very conscious manifestation. You have to create from the heart, and you should really think carefully about what you wish for. I always say this, if you think about it well, what you wish for, you might just get it. So I think it's worth manifesting things this week that you can actually face, so you won't be surprised if they happen. Like, oh wow, I never thought this would actually happen. So you need to go into your matters this week with 100% faith and 100% determination. I think the people who will be lucky this week are those who do that. Changes related to houses or real estate are looking really good. And there's luck in official matters as well. It shows favorable turns, unexpected positive events, and even the possibility of a child being born this week. So if you don't want a baby, pay attention and take precautions because the chances of conception are pretty high this week. And the cards for sexuality also came out really well. So I think this week a lot of energy will be coming your way, and it will feel like a lot of things are happening all at once. So if someone rides this wave, things can really go in a very good direction for them. Because for those who now set their mind on what they want, what they desire, this will be a period of great progress, even starting this week. And I always say, the wheel of fate is turning. So those who are on the right path, who are creating something that is truly part of their life journey, their destiny, those people will soar. However, many of you are not on your path. And no matter how much you want to ask for something that even God himself doesn't want for you, it won't happen. So if you and someone else are not meant to be together, then this week too, events will happen that will show you that someone really doesn't love you anymore. Someone really doesn't want you. Someone is just putting up with you. Or you just share an address with someone. But you'll notice that the people around you are in a completely different place, at least in their minds and in their hearts too. Just because you're physically sitting with someone in the same apartment, in the same room, that means very little. Because with that logic, we could just as well end up anywhere. You could just as easily be sitting in a doctor's waiting room. So emotionally, a lot of people are really at rock bottom right now. That's what I see in the cards. Misfortune, disappointment, death, and an enemy came up for bad relationships. Misfortune in the heart, theft, deception, cheating, betrayal. It mostly shows that in many cases, relationships are driven by interests, and there's big money, luck, multiple people involved. Maybe even interference or knowledge from several people, and that's why. It also shows a good lawyer. So anyone with a bit of sense will handle things wisely and try to get themselves out of these bad relationships and create a better future for themselves. On the other hand, where there is love and happiness and where the relationships are constructive, the cards also showed that. The King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts are side by side. They think together. And the cards show that many people who are happy like this are thinking long term. They are happily together one way or another, thinking about money, in a long-term relationship. And people in such situations can expect unexpected positive events. Well, for singles, This week doesn't necessarily show some big, explosive love story, because I think many of you are still licking your wounds. Maybe you're getting to know new people, and there might be some exciting moments, but these aren't the kind of earth-shattering, explosive stories. So maybe you can have some good sex with someone, go out for a nice coffee, or catch a movie. But these new acquaintances right now aren't those heartfelt, passionate love affairs that people often hope for. And meanwhile, the dog is doing something else. So, there's nothing better than when you feel like you found your match, when you adore each other, when there are no obstacles, when you know you can count on the other person, that no matter what happens, no matter what anyone says, they'll still stand by you. They'll still love you. Oh, those are really wonderful feelings, honestly. So I wish that kind of happiness for everyone, and I think you have to create it for yourself. So this week, I see that you really need to focus on creating, whether it's your finances or even juggling several things at once right now. You have to create consciously. And as for those people who really feel lost, who feel like things just aren't working out for them, that's because you're not with the right person anymore. Your karma with them has run its course, or you're not at the right job. So the cards are definitely saying that whatever isn't working in your life, whatever is causing you so many problems, you need to let it go. I mean, I say this week after week, month after month, really, because these are all processes, spiritually and energetically as well. And life simply won't allow these relationships to last in the long run, whether it's at work, in friendships, or in your personal life, if they're already dead. So no matter how much you try to force it, no matter how many clients come to me saying, but I love him, or but I want to be with him, or oh, but I want him, it doesn't matter what you want. Honestly, I don't even know how some of you can sit there with someone and plan a future with them when you know full well that they don't even love you, they don't desire you. Basically, you're just good enough for the middle ground. They're with you out of self-interest. Honestly, I think I'd be ashamed to look at myself in the mirror if I tried to force a man like that on myself. Or if I were a man, to force a woman on myself who's already somewhere else entirely. Plus, many of you know that it's just self-interest holding you together. So these kinds of relationships are coming to an end in the near future. And you can already feel this day by day that life is giving you a good slap in the face. You're finding out new information, things are coming to light, and life is showing you that if you don't make a change, situations will still happen where, like the Tower card in tarot, these work, romantic, and friendship relationships will be torn down. So the cards here are showing that you should take things into your own hands. For anyone who has surgery or any kind of medical procedure scheduled for this month, or let's just stick to this week, for this week, can definitely expect positive outcomes. You'll be in good hands, in the right place. The time for aesthetic procedures is also coming up in the near future. The cards show recovery in gynecological matters, healing from illnesses. However, for those who are not on the right path, you might already feel the blow of fate this week. There will be illnesses that you'll have to endure on your feet, and you'll also hear a lot of shocking news from your surroundings that will really leave you stunned. Specifically, it means that, unfortunately, people may die around you. Accidents may happen to them. This week, the energies are working with a very elemental force, and this will definitely shock a lot of people. But I believe that if you look at things consciously, plan consciously, and you know 100% what you want, and you can't be swayed, even on days that aren't your friends, but rather your teachers, then even in those cases, have 100% faith in what you want, and don't let anyone shake that. But it's important what you believe in, and you should believe in and create something that is truly on your path. If you're not sure about that, feel free to reach out to me. I offer short phone readings, even in-person readings, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't ramble on here. There are no half-hour or hour-long readings. You don't have to listen to an Andersen fairy tale just so I can take your money and talk to you about pointless things. In 10 to 15 minutes, you'll find out what the issue is, whether you have a future with someone or not, if someone loves you or doesn't, if someone is cheating on you or not, if your job will be good or not. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me by phone. Well, you can book an appointment via SMS. You can find me here on this contact. So I'm more than happy to help if you're feeling lost. But in any case, keep in mind that it's the week of conscious creation. Have a great week.